So Elena, thank you for taking the time today. If I can just please start by introducing yourself, a bit about your background, the university you're joining from today, as well as your role at the institution.
My name is Elena Zaitseva. I'm head of student voice and evaluation at Liverpool John Moores University. I worked as an educational researcher and a lecturer for 10 years in Russia and in Japan before moving to the UK. And in the UK, I initially worked on a series of projects, large-scale, international, national, and then moved into academic development. Student voice always been my research interest, and I suppose it was logically that I've ended up managing all institutional surveys from 2014.
Yeah, for sure, definitely makes sense in that pathway. Can you give us just a little bit of background too about Liverpool John Moores University?
Liverpool John Moores is a large university, so we've got, in UK terms, we've got about 28,000 students and around 200 programs or courses, how we call them, which are covering a broad range of subjects from humanities, social sciences, engineering, up to astrophysics and maritime, which is quite unique to John Moores. We've got around 2,000 modules we have to evaluate, so it's a high number. We are inclusive civic universities. Majority of our students, not majority, but around 40% are coming from Liverpool City region, and around half of them are first in family who go to university. Our main institutional mission is helping people and communities thrive. So this is the main thing about us.
And how long have you been working with Explorance, and what are the different Explorance products that you guys have in your ecosystem?
We were first UK adopters of Explorance. So we've been working with Explorance from 2014, so it's a long time. And we have been using Blue Explorance of course, and Blue dashboards. We adopted Millie a couple of years ago, and we actually made a really good use of Blue Pulse during pandemic.
And if we can take a little step back before 2014, can you speak to a little bit about the kind of feedback process at Liverpool John Moores, and then also kind of the different drivers when you started looking for a new survey platform?
Prior to 2014, we were using really outdated platform, and it was a combination of Excel spreadsheets and macros, which was really painful. So we started looking at possible solutions around 2013, and then we decided to pilot 3 of them. It was really interesting exercise, like simultaneous piloting of 3 platforms in different faculties. We were using for the pilot Explorance, a competitive competitor, and virtual learning environment survey. I think we used Blackboard by then. We developed a really thorough set of criteria, evaluation criteria, and we went through the whole exercise, and then we talked to staff, we collected student feedback, we reflected on kind of user experience, administrators' experience, help desk. So yeah, it was really thorough exercise, and we decided to go with Explorance.
So you had a full kind of comprehensive competition between the 3, which is nice, and it sounds like you got feedback from all the different stakeholders involved as well.
Yeah.
So in that, I guess, 3 piloted approach, what were kind of the standout, whether it's like a feature or some kind of capability that Explorance was able to provide? So what made Explorance stand out in that?
What made Explorance stand out is a number of different factors. First of all, Explorance was future-proof, and this was clear from the very beginning in terms of functionality, ability to adjust, to be flexible with what we want to evaluate, how we want to evaluate. So this was the main feature. QP's question personalization was very attractive feature for us. I don't think anybody else, it was a kind of a platform on the market at that time that would offer QPs. And we did see it as an opportunity to engage staff, to be able to write their own questions. And for some time, we actually published projects with QPs as a personal for instructors, for teaching staff. Line managers didn't see responses to the QPs because we wanted them to experiment with their teaching art students how kind of innovative things worked out. Yeah, QP was very, very important for us. I think generally easiness of the reports distribution was very attractive, but I think the main feature was friendliness and support of Explorance help desk team and people who were guiding us through the process. So kind of very caring, constantly online, helping us fixing our problems. So this is what we really valued, and I think. It was good to know that there was already developing community of practice, and it was an international community of practice, and we were really keen to learn from other institutions who were already using Explorance.
Oh, makes sense. And I know we just spoke about Blue, but coming a little bit later on in that journey, Liverpool adopted MLY as well. Can you speak to a bit about kind of before MLY and then also since implementing MLY as well?
We have been using text mining for large-scale student feedback for a long time. It was kind of my research topic. And the platforms we've been using, they were generic text mining tools, which did provide you a landscape of student feedback, but they were not geared towards kind of specific analysis of student feedback in terms of, so you have to, as a researcher, you have to do lots of meaning making and look at relevance and look at proximity and dig down under each concept and explore. So what basically data set was telling you. So MLY was really attractive because the model was kind of geared towards student feedback specifically. And I think this was the main kind of decision factor. And it was painful initially because when you've got a longitudinal data set, kind of which you've been running on one platform, it's easy to compare. It does help you to see how institutional changes are reflected in your analysis. But with MLY, it was almost fresh start, and it was good as well. But very attractive feature of MLY that you could share your analysis. With our previous platforms, it was me and a couple of other researchers that I trained to analyze the data. With MLY, you could share, you could discuss, you could do a lot with it. And in terms of interface, how it's presented, it probably was more useful for academics and for colleagues generally across the institution. They're similar type of visual kind of data representation they use on everyday basis.
Just making it a little bit more accessible to everyone in the institution.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense. Well, thank you, Elena. Thank you for taking the time today. It's been a pleasure. And thank you for sharing your experiences with Explorance.
Thank you very much, Ian.